I started learning guitar when I was like 12, 13 years old, and I've been in bands all throughout high school. But when Colin started picking up music, it was just kind of just things changed. Things felt a little bit more serious.
The scene is very vibrant. It's
diverse.
Very diverse.
A lot of everything.
A lot of different bands, and it's very cool too because like the neighborhoods are still like separated from each other geographically, so you can go from like neighborhood to neighborhood and still experience like a ton of different genres and stuff, and people that somehow haven't met despite it being like a pretty small town. At the end of the day, there's still a ton of bands around, so there's still a ton of people that we haven't run into that we've heard of that are good, but we just haven't had the chance to check out yet.
And new projects and groups are popping up every day. Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems like every other weekend that there's some new group made up of members from another group. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's always morphing into something, and it's all great.
Yeah,
I mean,
thall good.
The talent in this scene is just it's eye opening. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's a it's a really cool thing to be a part of.
You can go down there, like, everyone's really welcoming and everyone's real friendly, you know what I'm saying? There's really not a lot of hate or beef, you know, everyone's really chilling, like, you know, people just kind of do their own thing, or there's little, like, their little cliques up, but I think that's how everything is. You got your little cliques, and you know what I'm saying? It's a real welcoming environment when you really do get down there and start really meeting those people. It's really welcoming.
Having, like, a tangible effect on the community is really all I've ever wanted, because I've been listening to music for so long that it's affected me so deeply. Like, the idea that I can impact somebody that way is endlessly interesting to me. So that's just kind of the goal, is to...
You kind of control how you can affect these people too. I mean, as the songwriter, you decide the mood. Mm-hmm. And if people latch on to your art, that's great. But if you don't, you know, you're kind of staying true to your own art. That's what I really like about us, is that we're not trying to write a song to please. We're just putting out what we think is good.
Like, I make sure I make songs every single day, and like I have over, like, I counted it up, I have over 50 plus EPs and albums. Like, it's since 2020. Like, genuinely, I can even, hold on, actually, I'll pull it out for the camera because it'd be kind of cool. This is 2020, 2021, 2022. 2023, and then this is 2024. I mean, it's almost at 60 now, actually, but like we every single day, like that's what I'd say to anybody that's inspiring to make music. Every single day, make sure you make something. Like, hard work will pay off eventually, even if it feels like it's not. Eventually it will pay off. Like, even if, like, you look at me now and I'm not the biggest, but I know this will all pay off in the end. You gotta work hard every single day and be consistent and just really, like, be on your grind type shit. Performance, definitely kind of scary. Like, for my first performances, I was screaming and shit. It's real scary, it's real nerve-wracking, especially the first time that I, like, went up there and I was in front of everybody. I was so afraid on how, like, the crowd was gonna perceive my music, and especially with, I make different music, but, like, that's how it really is, you know what I'm saying? But I've gotten comfortable. It's super fun. It's super amazing time seeing the crowd and, like, the people that do come and show support. Like, it means a lot. It's very surreal.
It's also wild too because it's all temporary. Like, a lot of it is like students running the house venues and stuff, and students in bands that inevitably, like, have to move away. You know, they have to almost certainly, like, break the band up. You know, if somebody's moving, like, across the country after school, I mean, you can't really have a band that way. So you gotta come to the shows and see these people because they're not around forever, and they're really good. So you gotta support them.
What's your name?
B.
And who do you play for?
Postcard Nowhere.
And what'd you think of Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh is a really awesome place. Every time I've ever been to this town, it's been really cool, which I'm really conflicted about because I grew up a Browns fan, but this place is awesome. I really like the city.
Is this your first time at Roboto?
No. The first time I came out to Roboto was a couple years ago. I was probably 18 or 19. I came out with my shitty punk band. We were on tour with like Plague Skater, and our guitarist, he threw his guitar into the crowd. He was doing it every night, and it finally broke this night, so I have like kind of trauma from Roboto, because that's the only other time I've ever played here. But it's a really cool venue. I loved it. I really love it here. It's like a very artsy space. We're gonna focus more on live shows because it's my solo project, and I have a backing band now, and this is really fun, and I want to kind of tour on this new record for a while.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming to Pittsburgh. I hope you're here again sometime soon.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely be back. Like I said, Pittsburgh rocks. I love the city a lot.
We're playing this new venue in Oakland that my friends and I are opening. We're building the stage right now. It's called Haven. It's run by my friends and I in a collective, I guess, called Post Genre. You could call it a promo company, kinda, but not really. It's just some students that want to throw shows. And for a while, the Oakland scene pretty much only existed in like people's basements and living rooms, and they were turning those spaces into venues for the night. And it was a lot of fun, but it was also a huge liability with cops showing up and underage drinking and stuff. And people just kind of came together all of a sudden, and they were like, we need an actual space where we can throw shows instead of these very small, cramped basements. It's been a 2-year process. One of us noticed that this church in the middle of residential Oakland was just kind of sitting vacant for years, not really being used. And we reached out to the property owners, and we're like, hey, is this going to be like purchased anytime soon by anybody? Is this going to be used ever? And we had these contacts in the Pittsburgh Innovation District. It's a nonprofit like real estate development firm that tries to just revitalize culture in Pittsburgh, basically. And so we basically leveraged that to host some shows in their office and prove that we're not just a bunch of dumb kids that are like trying to wreck the space, throwing a bunch of like rock shows or whatever, you know. And eventually, slowly but surely, like gained the trust of them. And then we had some preliminary shows in the church. I guess almost a year ago, which is wild.
Those were so cool.
And we're in the middle of building the stage right now. We've had to work with the city to get like occupancy permits and everything. We have we're very lucky to be working with somebody that also like happens to own their own equipment rental company, and he's been willing to donate his time and gear to help us out a lot. And it's really all come together. Just a lot of students and people in the community interested in making things happen that are all super motivated and talented. I mean, this space alone takes, I don't even know how many people volunteering it to run. I mean, it takes it's community effort. It takes people like devoting their time and money to this place and to keep it running.
It feels so good whenever you play a good show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of have that sense of accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And even, I mean, I hope everybody who helps put on these shows feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
They're a huge reason that this is able to happen.
Yeah, it's very fulfilling. It's the only reason this scene even exists. Because I think at this point, like, pretty much everybody... There's nobody in, like, the scene under the impression that you're going to, like, make it big and, like, get rich off of this anymore. Nobody's really doing it for... There's no money in it. We've lost so much money doing this.
It's all just sharing art.
Yeah.
It's
just doing it because you love it.
Yeah. No,
Mm-hmm.
that's all it is.
For the culture.
For the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. No. I don't remember anything before 2 years ago, except for SVTV, pretty much. The most important. Truly, I'm not even kidding, the most formative experience in my life.
I don't think I've progressed past SVTV. I think I'm still right there.
Yeah.
I'm leaving this in for Mr. McCausey.
You won't like to hear that. I'm kidding.
He's the best teacher I've ever had. True, I already said that to you. But I mean, I think as a creative, you can get super bogged down and get like super heady about projects and like never really finish them because you're excited about a newer idea and you want to start that and like see that through. But like, I have, and a lot of other people I think have a problem where you like just get too excited by new ideas and you never finish anything. So a project like this, that's a documentary or a student film or something where you have to finish it. There needs to be like an end product to it. That's super important. That changed my outlook on creativity a lot.
Yeah. He influenced my career path. I mean, without him, I wouldn't have picked up a camera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.